The following program is classified M. The Nine Network recommends viewing by mature audiences. It contains some coarse language.
To the 10th edition, that's right, you are hearing correctly, the 10th edition of The Nation. Double figures, Pete. It's
absolutely sensational. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, you're not that confident. I notice your engine's running out the front.
Oh, I've been down this path before.
You've seen it all. Hey, before we get into it, who is on the show tonight, Pete?
Wait till you listen to this lineup. It's a ripper.
Tonight on The Nation, we hear all about Jennifer Hawkins' decision to reveal even more than this. We're joined by our intrepid entertainment correspondent, Jackie O, for all the latest from Tinseltown and beyond. Special guest Santo Chilaro joins us to talk Barjas. We get all the latest from the X Games and sport around the globe with Tiffany Cherry. And Thirsty Merc perform their new single live in the studio. All that and much more on The Nation tonight.
Plenty of show, Pete. Let's load off with the big stories, though, and possibly the biggest of the week. Doesn't matter who you are. Warwick Capper. Yeah, it's funny already, isn't it? He's at it again, this time making a porno. Him and his girlfriend obviously had a bit of spare time on their hands, have filmed their shenanigans and are hoping to sell the porno overseas for, well, I believe a six-figure sum. Apparently it's a lot like a celebrity sex video. There's just no celebrities in it. Don't you know, even by porno standards, his actings would be bad? I'm telling you, I can't wait to get a look. I know what you're thinking, Warwick Capper in a porno. Mick, it's too easy. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. That's right. That's why I'm going to leave it alone and just move on. So there you go.
Yeah, but listen, what's he going to call the movie? Dude, where's my penis?
Thanks, Pete, but as I said, I really don't think we need to go there.
Okay.
Anyway...
I reckon the dildo will be up for Best Supporting Actor.
You're an idiot, Smith. Anyway, getting on with the job.
I reckon he could get a game with the Fremantle Cockers.
Now, there's a phrase I never thought I'd hear you use. Hey, we're moving on. That's
yeah, but
enough.
let's talk about up there, Kazali.
Okay. Enough. Sorry. You're about to be red-carded, Smith.
Well, listen, I don't want to give away the ending, but let me just say...
If I just ignore him, he'll stop, won't he? He might. Thank you, Pete. Kevin Rudd has released a new range of merchandise just in time for the election. This happened yesterday. Here it is. Check this out. Here it is. It's the Kevin 07 T-shirts. Kim Beazley wore one of those in the rain and won a wet T-shirt competition, I believe. just the other day. And we have here a picture of where those T-shirts were made. I believe his wife had a hand in the employment contracts. Oh, look out, I've done it again. Go stand in the corner, Mickey. Howard, not to be outdone, has released his own range of merchandise. Check this out. This is fantastic. Look it out. There it is. I'm not saying he's too old, but... Out! Too old, too tricky, as they say. The election's heating up, and look, it's... Can we remove that man, please? It's terrifying stuff. It's heating up. We don't need to go to all this trouble to elect someone we like. It comes down to a decision between two blokes. Who would you rather have as Prime Minister? This guy... Or this guy?
Okay, a little of this. Have you ever done round and round the garden? Round and round the garden with my teddy bear. One step, two step, tickly one bear.
Right, so it's fine when a politician does it, but when I do it, people call the cops. Terrible stuff. Now, an internet video of Australian soldiers behaving badly, who can believe this one, has been the subject of much controversy this week. The soldiers are shown here on parade. No, they're binge drinking and dressed as the Ku Klux Klan. It's not great stuff for the armed services. We're joined now by two of the soldiers involved in the shenanigans. Guys, you've claimed that the video was shot during a Bucks night?
That's all it was, Mick, just a Bucks night.
Yeah, the buck is fine and he's sleeping soundly.
Yeah, he's in the nude and in a minefield, but, you know, that's what
But he's fine.
That's what you do, isn't it?
This type, apparently so. This type of behaviour is just embarrassing for the army, especially at a time when we're trying to justify being in Iraq.
Well, you know why we're in Iraq, Mick.
No.
Bucks night.
Bucks night, Mick. It's just got a little out of hand, Mick, that's all. Just,
Right,
down
I'll
there.
say. Yeah.
Look, every war Australia's been involved in started out as a Bucks night.
Is that right?
Yeah, Gallipoli, Bucks night.
Yeah, we lost a few good eyebrows that day, Mick. Lest we forget.
Well, lest we forget. What about those stories of the men, like, running over the trenches?
They could just smell the kebabs at the top of the hill, Mick.
No, that is not true.
Yeah, that was straight after the strip show, Mick.
Strip show out there.
Yeah, they started out with a couple of ladies.
And finished with Simpson and his donkey. That is a show, Mick.
I believe so. What about the heroics on the Kokoda Trail?
Look, that was just a couple of piss blokes trying to find their way home, Mick. That's all that was.
These are outrageous claims. What about Weary Dunlop?
Mick, you'd be weary too after a 3-day bender, come on.
He was originally known as Shitface Dunlop, but it didn't stick. Didn't stick.
I'd better leave it there before you guys rewrite our entire history.
Yeah, we're going to go anyway, Mick.
Yeah, we're visiting the Burma Railway.
All right, to pay your respects.
No, to tie someone to the boom gate.
There they go, people. Our two Australian soldiers doing us proud. Overseas. Go and have a think about it. Now, also big news this week, the alcohol industry has come under fire after it was revealed that companies were deliberately targeting young drinkers. It's a terrible claim, if in fact it's true. Joining us now to discuss the allegations is Gary Egmont from the Australian Hoteliers Group. Gary.
Mick, hello, how are you?
What do you have to say about these accusations that you're deliberately targeting younger people?
Look, it's just a big beat-up. It's an exaggeration. I can assure you, Mick, that we're not targeting children or toddlers, as some people have been
Well, there
suggesting.
have been claims you are targeting the toddlers. I'd like to bring this to your attention. It's Kahlua and milk. Baby formula.
Yeah.
How can you explain something like that?
Well, we're very proud of this, Mick. Basically, this is to ensure that your baby's first word is slurred. Because, you know, babies love that. So, and, you know, and it's basically that's what we're...
It sounds
trying to do.
fantastic. Can I ask you about this particular product here?
Yeah.
It's a pureed gin and tonic.
You know what, Mick? If you buy 12 of them, you get this.
What's that?
Pureed souvlaki. Guaranteed to cure any baby hangover. So,
If indeed these drinks were targeted at
if
babies.
indeed, yeah, exactly. But they're not. So, you know, what are people getting at?
Can I ask you about this? It's a mobile designed to hang above a toddler's cot.
Yes. This is great. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit out of context, Mick, because you've got to get the song. This comes with the song. You get the song, you know, the wheels on the booze bus go round and round, round, and that's what you have to sing. So
I see that a lot. Is the Jägermeister popular?
it's very possible.
Who loves a little Jägermeister? Yes, you do. What about this one here? What do you call this?
This is baby's first foam dome.
Baby's first foam dome.
Yeah, it's very cute. Later on, we have a teenage version which has 2 kegs on either side.
And does it say anything?
Yeah, if you kind of rub its tummy, it goes, "What are you looking at?" And if you press, you get baby's first projectile vomit.
Oh,
which
that's
is
fantastic.
so beautiful.
Thanks very much, Gary,
Thank you.
for
It's great.
coming
Thank
in
you. No,
and
pleasure.
talking us
Yeah,
through
thank you.
those projects. I believe him now. I believe him.
Thank you.
And Oxford University expert says that the IVF program should allow couples to have designer babies. They'll be able to pick the character traits of their children. I thought about this. Personally, I want my child to be happy, confident and successful. Now, we put those characteristics into our computer and I've got it back. This is what my child will look like. No! What manner of evil is this? That can't be true. Hey, here's some news. Jennifer Hawkins has announced that she would consider posing nude, saying that she could go naked for a classy mag like art house publication Black and White. Jennifer Hawkins in the nude. Pete, are you happy about that?
Happy?
I'm pretty happy. Jennifer Hawkins in the nude. Completely nude. When we come back, time to talk entertainment. Do not go away.
After the break, entertainment correspondent Jackie O joins us with the latest on the Spice Girls reunion, plus Keith Richards' tell-all biography. That's next on The Nation.
Welcome back. Time to talk entertainment. Please welcome Jackie O. Hi, Jackie. Good to see you. Good. Always a pleasure to have you on deck.
Always good to be here.
What's been happening in the world of entertainment? What do we need to know?
Well, look out, because Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones is about to unleash us with his biography.
A biography, you say?
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if he's going to be able to remember half of his life. If he does, it will be very interesting. This guy has a lot of stories to tell.
There's a lot of memoirs, as you point out, if he can remember them. Here's an advanced copy of the book right there, Keith Richards, and it starts off pretty well, as you can see, but look when you get to the 70s, this is blank pages. Then the 80s, oh look out, just a bit blurry. But, you know, it should be a good read, nonetheless.
Definitely. And can I just say that he's going to get big bucks for this one, because publishing houses are already bidding on it, and their current bid stands at about $7.5 million. So
that's a lot of heroin. That's a lot of heroin.
It will definitely sell a lot, I'm sure.
I actually got a copy of the talking book.
The audio version,
Yeah, he's done an audio version. Do you want to listen to it?
Okay.
Check this out.
Right, chap, well, here we go. And so on a plane and stuff, I saw midnight, and who wrote this crap? Oh, it's me. and it was coming on the plane, Jack was like, bourbon, I was like, bourbon. And then what happened? Johnny Depp was doing me. Johnny Depp, what are you doing to me for Johnny Depp? And I was like, right, there's a coconut. Where's that coconut come from?
Coconut, stop it. That'll be an exciting chapter.
No doubt.
I wonder where he fell out of the coconut tree.
No.
A fan of Keith Richards up the back. As you were, sir.
Let's talk about, have you heard about the stamp that's being released of Brad and Angelina here in Australia?
I have, but talk me through it, because I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to mean.
This is bizarre. I actually read this morning and I thought it was a joke.
There it is there, by the way.
Yeah, it's for real. New Idea have just been awarded Magazine of the Year.
Right.
And
Time magazine didn't get a look at it?
No, just New Idea.
Right.
And Australia Post have agreed to release a stamp of their best-selling cover. And their best-selling cover was Brad and Angelina with their newborn baby Shiloh.
Right.
So as a result, they've now landed on our stamp, which is
An Australia
the strangest
Post stamp.
Yeah, but I mean, I think a lot of Australians are up in arms over this because they're not Australian. They don't really have much significance.
We have a lot of glamorous Australian couples. They're everywhere. They could have chosen anyone. Even from the world of tennis, we've got one of the world's great.
Beck and Leighton, they're glamorous.
No, that wasn't who I was thinking about.
No.
I was thinking about these guys here, which I just think you might...
Very glamorous indeed. Okay,
Why not?
let's talk the Spice Girls.
Okay, this is
You know what? You know I like talking about the Spice
Sure.
Girls, and I know you hate it. That's why I always bring it up. But they've just done an online poll for cities to vote for themselves if they haven't been included on the world tour. So everyone's been voting for their city, and apparently Baghdad has been leading the way, and that is not a joke.
See, that sounds to me like a bunch of kids have got on and thought this would be a great step.
I
We'll
think
type
so.
in Baghdad.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what's happened. In the end, they came second. Toronto Auto one, but very strange.
I believe they're
back
doing
down.
their final concert in Darfur and have announced 3 extra shows in Sierra Leone.
There you go. That all makes sense.
That'd be fun to see.
Also, Peter Andre.
What's happened with Peter
Do
Andre?
you like Peter Andre?
Not particularly.
Right, okay.
Fire away.
You're going to love this story. He has said that his willy is the size of his remote control, and he knows this because he's measured it.
His penis is the size. No! 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 Out! 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 Everybody out! Out! No! No! There will be
Oh, dear.
no celebration of Peter Andre's penis on this program. I'm telling you now.
Yeah,
He said his what? His penis is the size
of his remote. Now, the remote control he's talking about is not your standard remote, it's the cable remote. The cable remotes are like that.
This is
Australia,
terrible news. You've ruined it for me. There's nothing I like more than sitting up late at night channel surfing, and now I'm going to think I've got Peter Andre's dick in my hand. Oh, send it away. I won't even... That is terrible news. You know what to do, ladies, if you want your man to come to bed early? Remind him he's holding Peter Andre's dick. That is terrible news.
Could you compare?
Look, I don't want to blow my own trumpet here. But
if we're talking remotes, would you be the Foxtel remote?
I'd be the universal remote.
I reckon.
That holds.
I reckon if you were remotes, you'd be this kind of remote.
No. Oh, I thought the band was coming out. We are not celebrating. Well, that's lovely. Good on you.
Sorry.
Anything else before you go?
Lastly, I know you're very excited about Jennifer Hawkins going nude for Black and White magazine.
Yeah.
Yes, that may happen. I spoke to her this morning and she said that since she announced that, Zoo magazine have contacted her and they're offering her $50,000.
Well done,
she
Zoo
said
magazine.
No. But another couple who have decided they are going to pose nude is Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes.
That's right.
A very vocal audience tonight. They're
We should bring out
definitely
one of
on
those
stage.
bands, the one-man band with the cymbals between the knees.
The thing is that Tom and Katie saw what Posh and Bex did for W magazine. They
We've
did a
got
very
those
sort of
shots.
sexy, there they are, very saucy shots, and they decided they look fantastic. We should do the same. Apparently, they're going to do one in the shower. They're not going to show everything. They're going to do it tastefully, they say, but, you know, I don't really
I
want
actually
to see
have an advanced copy of the shots of Tom and Katie. So they're a bit grainy because we took them over the fence.
Right.
But here they are. Check this one out. That's Tom and Katie. There they are. And this one here. Where we go. There it is. Look forward to those coming soon.
And I'm out.
And
That's
you're
it.
out.
I'm
Check you out, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back after the break with Santo Chilaro. Do not go away.
Come on, the nation. Thirsty Merc performing live in the studio. After the break, special guest Santo Chilaro joins us to talk bar jumps. That's up next on The Nation.
Welcome back to the Nation. Say hello to Santo Chilaro. Hello, Santo. Hello, see you, Lou. Thanks for coming on. Good to see you. Welcome back to Channel 9. Have you ever worked at Channel 9?
You know, you talk about having only got up to show 10. I remember in the early days when we started at Channel 9, we got up to 0. we came here, we basically piloted the Late Show here at Channel 9.
It was done here first.
Yeah, in fact...
It was called the... There you go.
So, an old crew member.
That's right. They've been here since 1991 waiting to say that, since we piloted the show.
Hang on, I'll do something, but... Do you like Graham and the Colonel?
Yeah!
How fun is this? It means nothing to anybody around Australia apart from that guy.
We didn't rehearse that. It just happened.
It just happened,
that was live
spontaneous.
magic. There was the Late Late Show, wasn't
it? Yeah, we piloted something called the Late Late Show here in the very early 90s. In fact, if anyone remembers from the Late Show days, Shit Scared, you know, we used to do. Well, you were involved in that.
Sure, I was.
That was Rob as an inept daredevil, and you as his more inepter assistant. We shot the very first Shit Scared. It was in the car park here at Channel 9
with Jane Kennedy's Vitara.
With a Vitara, yeah. We just got jack of the fact that no one would actually film any of our sketches. We were just here writing sketches. No one would film anything. So I swear, this is a true story. There was the prize cabinet for Funniest Home Videos back when Graham Kennedy was still doing it. Is that right? Back Graham Kennedy was doing back in those days, Pete? I went to the prize cabinet and there was this JVC camera, first prize, and I said, bugger it, I'm just going to take the camera and shoot it. And so that's... And that went to air on Channel 2.
There it was.
Yeah.
Now, The Late Show, you mentioned The Late Show. Your reason for being here, I should get down to business, is because from The Late Show we have finally managed to get the ABC, after how many years? Is it 14 years?
Yeah. 15
years, to agree to release Barge Ass in the Olden Days on DVD. There it is. Yeah. It's about time.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. Some of our finest work. And curiously, Lucky Grills decided to go and check out 2 weeks before its release.
Amazing.
Do you reckon that's a lack of endorsement? Possibly wasn't looking forward to...
A long way to get out of it. No, you know what? I heard that he actually did 2 performances the night before he passed on. He went the way...
He went the way he would have wanted to.
Exactly. And
I was thinking about that funeral and going, man, I would hate to have been a pallbearer. Because those guys would have been doing all the heavy lifting.
He was a big man. We based Barge Ass on a show called Bluey, of course.
Yep.
And he was a big man, and I reckon the writers had a ball on Bluey because they're thinking to themselves, every time there was a chase, a cop chase, instead of getting his skinny sidekick to do it, no, let's get Bluey to actually do the chasing, and he's just
with
doing
a donut in one hand.
That's right.
And was the theme music the Wide World of Sports theme music?
This is the weirdest thing. They didn't at the time. They wouldn't have known, but the music. If you go back to an original Bluey, it's da da da. Da, 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 da. It's the cricket. It's the series cricket music.
You've brought in a couple of clips for us. The first one is classic Bluey. He's in the car and he's on about food. Is that right?
He's on about food. That's a surprise. Yeah, he's feeling kind of peckish. I think we should just have a look.
Check it out.
Holly waffle.
You full, Sarge? Quarter pounders, McNuggets, fillet of fish on McChockers.
Well, it's a good thing they forgot to give you your fries then.
Eh?
Hurry up, they'll be getting cold. Can't go any faster unless you give me some extra power.
Okay.
Let her rip, Sarge. That's done it.
There it is. Champagne comedy, as we used to say in the classics.
It's a real... I think...
Didn't you almost get kicked out of the Writers Guild for that?
I didn't write that.
No, I think you may have had a hand in it.
It was a television set just...
On a Monday morning.
On a Monday morning.
I used to turn up a little woozy and a little late. And fall asleep.
I reckon...
Well, you guys basically wrote them, I believe, as well.
No. We all did our fair share. And
were you responsible for this particular bit? Do you mind? Can I play? I'm on a bar.
The next bit? I don't know. This is when he's in hospital, is it?
Yeah, this is classic toilet humour here, people.
Bit of shusho, fat boy. It's time for you to drink your own urine sample.
Toilet humour. Strap yourself in.
Great. Now, what about a fart joke?
No, he's not ready for a fart joke yet.
Maybe not, but that chick next to me can let one rip.
That was you. Yes, don't blame someone else. That was you, Bargeass. My nurses aren't capable of something like that.
But her bum's still hot. Oh.
All right, Bargeass, I think you've proved your point. Nurse, step outside and cool off.
Okay. Either of you lovely ladies care to join me for a Dutch oven?
Brilliant.
I don't know. I'm starting to think it's not the classic that I remember it to be.
It's a timeless classic and it'll age well. And we should point out the companion piece to the DVD, of course, is The Olden Days.
Which is my favourite. It really is.
It's actually a lot more clever, but it doesn't seem to strike a chord with people.
Well, we did more of them. There were actually, I think that Bargeass, there were only 10 episodes. I think in Olden Days there were 20. And they all stemmed from, there was another dub piece that we started off with, Degenocide. That was at another network on Channel 7. In fact, that was only done because we got to the end of an hour special and didn't have enough material. We didn't have enough sketches, so we just thought, we can aside and redub it, and it spawned all this stuff. So,
well, the Olden Days days was from a series called Rush.
Rush.
That's right, which was an ABC. It was set in the goldfields.
Yeah.
And,
John Waters and Brendan Lunny.
That's right. And I remember whenever we were out of ideas, the one we kept coming back to was because they used to wear lots of hats. So every episode there'd be something about like a stupid hat day.
Yeah.
Or the next day someone would be chastising a hat.
Yeah, yeah.
Or it all came... In fact, we've got some...
Yeah, I think we should show it. I think
bring in some footage...
It speaks for itself.
Of front bottom, doing a bit of hat work.
Governor, the word from the last scene is that you're something of a hat basher.
It's true.
Well, I don't know.
Look, I'll demonstrate. Bad hat, bad hat, bad hat. Bad hat, bad hat, bad hat. And there's more. Naughty sleeve, naughty sleeve.
You'll never host play school.
We'll see about that.
There it is. I'll put it away. I'll put it away.
There is one thing. I did get this great story once. I mean, I think it's a great story. Bluey was so big that and it was made in the 70s, that he often used to have to sit on one of those old-fashioned, you know, those modular couches really low down. They were about that high off the ground.
Yeah.
And they had guys on the set department, their permanent job was to put him, it went out like a seesaw with a fulcrum, right? And they would stand, so for him to get up, they'd have to do this thing, they'd have to go. They'd do that so that he'd just like rise magically up out of his seat. The plane could just lift him up.
And off he'd go.
Off he'd go.
Now, I want to talk about something that people don't know much about. Back in the old Late Show era,
yes.
Sometime around there, we actually did a live show together for the Comedy Festival, which is kind of lost in the... You remember?
Oh, yeah,
Midnight Shenanigans.
We started at midnight and went for a very long time.
Went for a long time. But that was the start of our club act. And I wanted to... Do you mind if I play a little bit of... since we've got the old tapes out.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not from that, but me and you did a thing called Santo the Magnificent.
That's right. I played a magician. Well, not a very good magician.
A crap magician.
And you played my assistant. And you're right, it was born in a place called Midnight Shenanigans. And I remember we did this as a dare. You and Tony dared me to do this sketch live on national television.
Yes.
And
we did this. We reproduced it for the Late Show.
We did,
Can I show a bit?
Why not? Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Lie down on my levitation couch. I will now make Mick rise into the air. Rise, oh Mick. Rise, oh Mick. Rise up in the air, oh Mick. Thank you. For centuries, people have been astounded by juggling. Tonight, I will juggle 8 different fruits. 8 different fruits. Mick, pass me the fruit salad.
It's great stuff. Thanks before you go.
Whoa.
Can Pete ask a question? Do you mind if Pete asks?
Yeah, Santo, when are you going to give me a crack at Thank God You're Here? I mean, after dealing with Mick, and all the things they throw at me, I reckon I'd be all right,
You would really want to have a go?
Yeah.
You could get for what you wish for,
He's worked with Graham Kennedy.
He's worked with us on The Late Show. I've brought in... Can we show it before we go out? Do people know that Pete Smith actually appeared on The Late Show? Yeah, there was this thing that used to happen at the end of most shows where Tony would ask Mick to organise a band to play.
And I would get it wrong.
You'd get it wrong.
So in this instance, I was supposed to get Aerosmith.
Aerosmith, yeah. You were supposed to get Aerosmith.
And instead I got Pete Smith.
Yeah.
Who performed Dude Looks Like a Lady.
Dude looks like a lady. Dude looks like a lady. Dude looks like a lady. Dude looks like a lady.
Doesn't look a day older, does he?
Amazing.
Thanks for coming in.
It's okay, Mick. Thank you.
Thank yourself a copy of that. We'll be back after this with sport.
Stay watching The Nation as Tiffany Cherry chases some bone-crunching action from the X Games. Plus, all the latest news from the world of sport. That's after the break on The Nation.
Honey, hello. Good to see you.
Always great to be with you.
Welcome back. Now, where did you go on the weekend? Were you at the Darwin Cup?
I went to the Darwin Cup. It was one of the
Lord.
greatest weekends of my life. If you haven't been, you must go, and if you've been, sensational.
That sounds like a load of fun. Where was the invite? Thanks a
well,
lot.
I know, Sportsbet, thanks for sending me up there. But Brian Mannix, I'm showing my age, was just crooning us the whole weekend.
Oh, was he?
Not tuning, but crooning.
Yeah, he didn't manage to slip out of those really tight jeans, did he?
No, but
Good.
you know.
I'm glad you keep that on. What have we got in the way of sport?
Well, unbelievable. Jake Brown, who's an Aussie skateboarder
Yep.
at the X Games in LA. Now, this guy is incredibly lucky to be alive. He was performing a 540 McTwist, which has gone horribly wrong.
No.
Now,
oh!
That's 15 metres more than, in fact, he has fallen. And if you actually look, he's deciding which way to land. He decides on his feet, loses his shoes and breaks a wrist, fractures a vertebrae, internal bleeding, bruised his liver and his lungs and knocked himself unconscious.
Hey.
And unbelievably, though, always a good story when a couple of minutes later he gets up and waves to the crowd and he's fine.
Nothing like a Red Bull to pull you out of that, eh? You know who'd really enjoy that footage?
Who?
You know, the swearing Catholic priest who hates skateboarders?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
The one in Melbourne, yeah.
Monsignor, and he's here tonight. How are you, Monsignor?
2 words, Mick. Him. Him. If he wants to fall 15 metres, I'll push him off a cliff. Stupid, dumb. Do you like skateboarding? And you're too. You're all a pack of. Other than that, I thought he did pretty good.
He did well.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Good to have you back on deck.
Slightly pissed off. Now,
What do you got here?
Still in the States, and this time to Michigan, and Indy 500 winner Dots. This is 350 kilometres down the back straight in Michigan. His car has flipped backwards, landed on 3 others. Now, remembering this is an open cockpit.
Yeah.
And unbelievably, another incredible story of survival. He walks away unscathed.
You know what? That's what you get when you try and take the pickles off your cheeseburger and you're not paying attention
Drive
to
with
what's
the coffee.
going on around you.
Now, the
It
funny
could have
thing
happened
is,
to anyone.
one of the fellow drivers, AJ Hoyt the fourth, because they like the first, second, third, and fourth
Yeah.
Americans, he sported tire marks on his helmet.
There you go. It's a
Unbelievable.
big day out.
Yeah.
Honey, I'm home.
Now to Barry Bonds. Now this is unbelievable.
Not a household name in Australia.
Well, not a household name, but this is a controversial baseballer in San Francisco who has finally slugged the record-breaking home run. His 756th home run, and this has broken Hank Aaron's 33-year-old record. The scrummage there, the reason for that is because this ball is reportedly worth around about $2 million. And a young guy from New York, a 22-year-old plumber, in fact, on his way to Australia, he's stopped off in Michigan. He's not being escorted out. He's, in fact, just walking out with the ball. It's worth about $2 million, they say.
Something like that only happens every 50 years in baseball.
Well,
You know that?
exactly.
No, something exciting.
It's a great game.
Oh, great game. It's not exactly an Australian pastime, though, is it?
No, and he's not exactly the golden boy of American sport because he's a bit of controversy. They say
Sure.
steroids was behind it. But anyway, to a young boy, a young Aussie who is incredibly talented, this young kid called Rain Davis has just been offered a contract by Manchester United. Actually, he's with the academy.
He's 9.
Now, he's 9. This is at a local game in the under-10s in Brisbane. His granddad, of all people, have sent in a 4-minute clip of this. I mean, this kid, this is not put on. This is unbelievable. And they're saying he's the next biggest thing in the UK, likening him to Wayne Rooney, who's one of the young stars of soccer in the world, and I'm hoping to get a full-time scholarship. So hopefully he can.
My 9-year-old nephew has just got a scholarship to study as a hooligan.
Pretty good at that too.
We're all very proud.
I'm sure.
It's a big moment for us. I should ask the priest, Monsignor, what would happen if he was kicking a soccer ball on your lawn? Would you kick him off?
That kid can go and get I'll show him how to kick. I'll kick him right arm. Yeah. Other than that, he's pretty impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. Now, a serious story, just straight off the back of that. Anthony Mundine, this is actually quite serious. He has an infection in his left eye following some surgery, and he actually was washing his contact lens with his mouth.
Yeah.
And it just caused an infection in his left eye. This could seriously hang up his sporting career.
Could be the end of his career. You know what he should come into the ring to? A version of Infected Eye of the Tiger.
That's not funny.
What?
That's not. No. Mick, I actually dare
That
you
was
to
a
say.
moment for the band.
I dare you to say that to him in the ring.
Say it to him in the ring?
Yeah.
I will. We'll get it going.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do the celebrity boxing. Bring it on, Imgur.
Good luck to you. Well, we seriously wish him all the very best of health, and I hope he gets better. Now, it's in from the NRL judiciary. Bulldogs forward Brad Moran has just copped 8 weeks for biting Parramatta eel Timana Tahu in the arm. Now, this has actually drawn blood, despite the fact that he had a mouth guard in his mouth.
Yeah.
And he said he did it because his head slammed and his arms were pinned.
See, I'm not into that. There's a time and a place for biting, and that's at the nightclub after the game.
Okay, well, he's just received 8 weeks, so his entire season.
Well done. Is that it? You're done and dusted? I should point out, congratulations, it was your birthday. When was it?
Well, yes.
When was it?
A few days ago.
A few days ago. Bring out the band! Bring out the band! There you go. Thanks so much for doing it for you. We'll be back with Thirsty Merc after this. They go on. There it is. See? That's how they do everything for you.
After the break, Thirsty Merc performs The Hard Way live in the studio. That's next on The Nation.
Welcome back to The Nation. Performing an acoustic version of their new single, The Hard Way, from the album Sideshows. There it is there. Would you please welcome Thirsty Merc.
Here I sit once again. I'm missing you like crazy, baby. I screwed up again and again. Keep making the same mistakes. Don't wanna be man. Nothing figured out yet, baby. I gotta start sometime soon. I wish I never hurt you. I wish I never hurt you. I'm doing the best I can, living like any man. My father used to say it to me, he said, while you're young, you gotta learn the hard way. I'm doing the best I can, living like any man. My father used to say it to me, he said, while you're young, you gotta learn the hard way, son. It's the only way you're gonna learn. Can't call you up to talk. I know you're moving on now, baby. You've learned to steer real clear of guys that resemble me, yeah. But don't I know I'm on my own? It's all about decisions, baby. And this was an ultimate test. And once again I failed myself. I failed you too, and it hurts like hell. I'm doing the best I can, living like any man. My father used to say it to me, he said, while you're young, you gotta learn the hard way, son. I'm doing the best I can, living like any man. My father used to say it to me, he said, while you're young, you gotta learn the hard way, son. Anything like me, yeah. Doing the best I can, living like any man. My father used to say it to me.
half. Thirsty Merc, we'll be talking to Ray after the break. Don't go away. Just checking ourselves out in the monitor we were, trying to work out what's... Ray, by the way, from Thirsty Merc. So, see, that's good. That looks good. You're leaning forward, you look like you're interested.
I was wondering if you'd better to lean back and go,
See, now you look a bit porn star.
Yeah, well...
Just see. Because the mo is a bit porn.
Yeah,
Have you been told that before?
Yeah.
You get a gig in the Warwick Kappa porno.
Clean. Yeah. A few pools in my time.
That's it. Yeah, congratulations on the song and the album. That's fantastic. You're touring it fairly hard. Did I hear once upon a time you guys did 68 gigs in 70 days?
Yeah, we did actually.
That's a bunch of blokes who just don't want to go home.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It becomes a bit of a home away from home, the old touring. Endless.
And what do you do? Do you tour in the bus? Is it old school? Is it...
Well, in Australia, you mainly Tarago van it. This time we've got 2 Taragos and a truck.
Oh, you're up yourself. No. Gee, Taragos in a truck, pardon me. It's going Jackson 5 all of a sudden.
That's true.
Fantastic. And is it fun? Do you really enjoy it? Do you keep a diary? What happens?
Yeah, some of the memories have sort of already left my head already.
Yeah.
It is fun. It's a very escapist activity.
You guys, I'm going to ask you the obvious question. I'm sure you've fielded it a million times. I'm going to ask you, Thirsty Merc, this obviously, was this something to do with starting out? What was it? The title. What's
the title? Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. It was an old car I used to drive, a gold Merc.
Yep.
1979 sort of SEL 280. Long wheelbase. Yeah, it's still in the family.
See, if I formed a band based on the first car I owned, my band would be called Bluebird.
See, that's a better name already, actually.
Which isn't actually bad, is it? Maybe we could tour in support. Hey, it's Thirsty Merc, supported by Stolen Bluebird.
I had a brown...
Chunky Corolla.
Yep.
Doing a 5.
I had a brown Tirana that I called Pandora's Shitbox.
I had a brown Corolla, which I called the Chocky Beast.
Wow.
Hello,
I think
girls.
Pandora's Shitbox and Chocky Beast would be a good double-header, to be honest.
And Dubbo, you originally from Dubbo?
2 of our band is. I'm not.
You joined afterwards?
Well,
Are they a bit snobbish about Dubbo?
They've known each other since they were, quite young. They met when they were 3, apparently, as sort of family friends almost.
Yep.
They had their first band playing clarinet and drums.
Right.
Apparently the name of the band was 2 Out. And then, went through various lineups, and I sort of came in about 5 years ago.
Yeah, good.
So, yeah.
So you're not part of the Dubbo clique. What is a Dubbo famous for producing musicians?
Yeah, a band called the Reels. We're the biggest next big
fantastic.
thing since the Reels, of course, had a Dubbo.
But that's
I'm not Dubonese myself.
Got a heap of people in Dubbo sitting around with guitar-shaped pools in the back.
No.
Fair enough. You were once described, or did you describe yourself as a cross between Orlando Bloom and Charles Manson?
Oh, Jesus. I don't know. The Charles Manson part sounds right.
That'd be good in a classified, wouldn't it? Looking for a date.
You should meet my family.
I can't wait, and I will one day, and I believe you're finishing this tour at an RSL club. Is that true?
Most probably, yes.
Fantastic stuff.
I don't know, but...
What a way to go out. We've got your website address up there with dates on it. They're just too numerous to actually go through.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on, and
No
that's
worries.
fantastic. It's a cracking outfit, and great acoustically, and we really appreciate you coming on. That's
No
Ray Thistleway from Thirsty Merc. We're just about done and dusted for the evening. Thank you all our guests. Santo Chilaro. It was fantastic tonight. Pete Smith, of course, who's always helping out. All our regulars. Tiffany Sherry, of course. I can't think of anyone I could possibly have left out at this point. It's great. We're going to be back same time, same place next week. Cheers.
channel.